black. It's completely black. And has like black spores all over. But the healthy lung is nice and pale and pink and pretty. But just the differences between the two is really apparent. I always take a picture of those lungs and send it to every single one that's on there. It has like black spores all over.
Interesting. Get ready. Good morning, pharmacy.
Good morning.
I have a big blackboard with some of your homeworks that were due. Okay, get ready.
Let me figure it out.
Good morning, pharmacy.
Pause, stop. Okay. It's recording. Okay. I don't know why that happened, but okay.
So I'm backing all this up for your PTCE review. Okay. So you guys are the ones in it. It's not students from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And remember, I told you I tried to break it down more, I think, as we get new students, and depending on how the students are interacting with me and how you're learning. And sometimes there are students who don't get it right away, and then I look at your test papers, which I'll get into in a little bit, okay, just like the quiz that you had yesterday. I said good morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good morning. It was my brain flip. So, through those years, I think that recording was in 2018 or 2017, the ones you're using right now on Blackboard. But I do know that many of you, or all of you, not all, okay, I hope it's all, are preparing for the PTCE. And I want you to be the beneficiary of this next batch of video references for you, because you're in it. And you can actually remember, like, I was in that class and I was the one who said that, and during that time I was struggling on this particular, right now I get it. You know, and there was an aha moment. Sometimes you didn't get it during class and you got it by watching the videos. So this is why I'm trying to update all of these videos, because I know the seniors specifically wanted to do their PTCE. Okay, and like what I said, we're going to do review for the PTCE or ExCPT, but I didn't take the PTCE because it covers 50 states and more, and there are students who've been graduates from years ago, and they come back and they're asking to get their IV certificates because they moved to, many of them moved to Texas, right? Because the real estate market is actually good, and they said they can get a house faster in Texas, all this thing. So we don't know where life will take you, okay? But you can take me anywhere for this video. Okay. So anyway, these are all for you, and I just wanted to update it because I realized in the last 4 years that I'm breaking down. So I broke it down 4 years ago. I'm breaking it down every day, okay? Because we have different groups of students, different learning styles, or different pace of learning. So just know in Zoom it asks you, all right, okay, this is getting recorded and stuff like that. That's why I try to limit it to just the board. Okay, so not gonna be perfect. I didn't even know how to run this for a bit. There was an echo, but bear with me. So going back, I updated your Blackboard, your grades are in. I wanted to give you your quiz, and I realized there were some of you, very few. In general, it's actually a good score for the class. But there were some of you, because I told you to show your work, right? I figured you were doing something wrong, and I figured why you were doing it wrong. Okay. And I wanted to point that out before I start with the new topic. They supply quantity to be dispensed. New for freshmen, but not new for you guys who've been here. Okay. Yes, I do expect 100% to those who've been here, and therefore we quit. Okay. There's a lot of J's in this class. I just realized now that I'm passing it. Okay. So because the topic that you took a test on is conversion. Okay. Seniors, I expect you to have gotten that. Remember, this is your expert level. You're working on your expert level, and conversion has been covered for 4 sequences now. Okay, so no, I don't expect you to get any less than 6. Okay. I noticed in this particular test, do not forget to turn them in, by the way. Okay. They're recorded, but still you have to. Notice some of you still has problems with ratio, proportion, and dimension. I want to highlight that. Why do I want to highlight that? You're doing it wrong, and you're going to do it wrong over and over if I don't highlight that. Okay. What am I talking about? Let me get a sample problem. Conversion problem. Listen to this. I told you there's so many different ways to convert. Okay. Your household dimension, okay, but I want you to limit it to ratio, proportion, and dimensional analysis, right? Do not multiply or divide because I don't want you to do that. Okay. With that extra step using ratio and proportion for dimensional analysis, it validates that you have to multiply if you have to, or divide if you have to. Okay. Say for example, let's go do. Actually, anything. 120 ml to TBSP, a tablespoonful. Okay, let's think about our conversion factor first. 1 TBSP is 15 ml. That's not multiply or divide. That's limited to ratio, proportion, and dimensional analysis. Okay. If it's ratio and proportion, I'm going to have to use this conversion factor right away, right? 1 TBSP, listen up here, okay? If you're a senior, you didn't get 100, or you're so confused between this two, because this is important. 1 tablespoonful is 15 ml, correct? We're doing ratio and proportion here, okay? Equals. If it's ratio and proportion, it's equals, okay? I didn't think that I'd go this elementary math, okay? I didn't sign up to teach elementary, okay? But I'm doing it because I've seen a problem in the test, okay? 1 tablespoonful over 15 ml equals if it's ratio and proportion. Okay? What do we do next on this side? ExCPT, because this is TBSP, this must be TBSP, okay? So your denominator units must be the same as well, 120 ml. Is this clear? Now let's set up. But you have to remember, this is equals, and this is where the confusion is happening, okay? Once you see equals, you don't multiply, you cross multiply. And what does that mean? Listen to me. If you're one of those who got this mistake, okay? You cross multiply, meaning you do it this way, right? 1 tablespoonful times 120 ml is 120 ml, correct? 15 times x would be 15x. Now what do you do next? You divide each side by the number where there's an x, right? I really didn't think I would teach this elementary math, but I'm doing it, okay? So divided by 15 and divided by 15. Now you have just the x as the one that's left. So 120 divided by 15 would be 8 ml. And that is ratio and proportion. Equals. Let's do this dimensional analysis way, okay? And this is where the confusion is happening. In the dimensional analysis, okay, you use this right away. You use what was given. So you will start off with 120 ml, right? But instead of putting equals compared to ratio and proportion, you do times. Dimensional. Where'd you learn this? Chemistry, right? 120 ml, you do this right away, then you go back here. Okay, and how do you set it up now? You have to know that a whole number has an, if you want to convert it to fraction, has an invisible one here. So elementary, the way I'm doing it, okay? Because I'm seeing there is a problem. 120. What happens next? You gotta find on your conversion factor where the ml is, because the one that is given is an ml. And you have to put that on the denominator, which means 15 ml here. Why? You have to be able to cancel the unit ml. And then you put the 1 TBSP here. All right. Now, because this is multiplication, you don't cross multiply. This is where the problem happens. Multiplying fractions is multiply all numerators, multiply all denominators, then you divide. Which means this will be 120 times 1 is 120. 15 times 1 is 15. That's why I said there's an extra step. but it verifies that you had to divide right over. And your answer, because you're left with this one, I'm sorry, this should be what? This should be tablespoonful. Because this is going to be what? ml and ml, right? So this is CBS. You see how I figured it by using dimensional analysis, because you can see which ones got canceled, which one remained. That's why us pharmacists, we prefer dimensional analysis, because no matter how long the problem is, we just keep going. Okay, and I've seen you do it. Okay, Jessica's one. Like from milligram to a kilogram, she went on. Yeah, she went on and just keep doing. Okay, cancel this because of the denominator. I saw it. Okay, I knew it. You see, I'm paying attention. When I check, I don't look at your names. Okay, and then I record. That's the only time I see. Oh, this is the score for this person. But then when there's a mistake, I look at why you had that mistake, because I want to help you. I want to correct what you're doing wrong right now so that it doesn't continue. And this is why we're doing this right now before I start with a new topic. I mean, new for freshmen. Okay? So this should come up with we should come up with a CBSP. Is that clear? Did you know the difference now between ratio and proportion and dimensional analysis? Yes? Okay. If you guys didn't show your work, I wouldn't have figured that you were having this problem for some of you. Okay. So I took 10 minutes to do this so that the problem is. That's why the seniors were showing, show your work. It's the only way I could get into tests. And I understand. I said, oh my God, this is the reason why the student has been getting it wrong this whole time. Because she's flip-flopping how to do dimensional analysis, ratio, proportion. So I gotta stop. 90% of you do understand. Okay? Remember to anyway, so any questions? Was this clear? I don't want, conversion is the foundation of your pharmacy math. Remember, I keep saying this in my pharmacy. One of my pharmacy professors, one of my favorites. She said, there's not a single problem in pharmacy that you cannot solve using ratio conversion. Okay? So if you're having problems with this, all the more I don't want you to multiply or divide when you're converting. Okay? Because this is a validation that you have to multiply or divide. That's why I stick to this too. Any questions? Let's proceed now. I'm going to hand you day supply packets. 2 topics today, not a lot, but back-to-back worksheets. So not really a shorter day. But. Any questions? No? Was that clear? This is exactly what I'm saying when those videos are still useful. However, I didn't get into detail. I had the wrong version though. Oh my God. I know. And I hate when you guys say it's a stupid mistake.
No, that wasn't a stupid mistake. That was
Right. So in general, I don't want you saying it's a stupid mistake. Because we cannot tell our patients or the families of our patient it was a stupid mistake. Okay? So freshmen are really, really good at math. I'm so proud of you guys. And I'm so proud of the mentors. It just tells me how good your group is. Okay? So the mentors should be proud as well. Remember, when you teach, it's not a double-edged sword in a bad way, but it's hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. You refresh, you teach somebody, you're helping somebody, but you're helping yourself. That's why I said, I wish we have 5 new students, so there's 1 for each one of you. Okay, let's start. Day supply, you will see in the book, days supply. Sometimes there's an apostrophe, sometimes just day and then supply. Okay. But to translate this in layman's term, day supply means how long will this prescription last in number of days? How long will this prescription last in number of days? Okay. So your final answer must be in days, not months, even if the prescription says months. So I have one reminder. In pharmacy, for the purposes of calculation and insurance, a month will always be, 1 month will always be 30 days, no matter if the month has 31 days or 28 days or 29 days. Okay, let's do fun fact because we have freshmen. Okay, how do you know whether a month has 31 days or 30 days or 28 for February if it's a leap year, 29?
Yeah, I do the
Oh, okay, good job. At least, okay. There's a freshman who knows. Okay. So what I do, this was taught to me by my grandma, and to this day, still using it. Okay. The hills and the valleys. Okay. So January, anything that falls on a knuckle has 31 days. Anything that falls in between the knuckle has 30, or for February, 28 or 29. Okay. That's why I call it the hills and the valleys. Okay. So January, 31 days, February, March, April, May, June, July. July fell on a knuckle. So July has 31 days. Check your calendar. It has 31 days. But what happens on August? You go back to the knuckle again. So July and August are back-to-back months that has 31 days. You have 31 days here. Is that clear? So it's fun fact. But in pharmacy, for the purposes of calculation and math and insurance, a month will always be 30 days. So if you see a prescription that's in months, because we can't dispense prescriptions like a 90-day supply, that's possible. I don't want to see answers that says 31. Okay, I want to see 90 days because the topic is day supply. Okay, let's do the first one. You got back-to-back worksheet. The worksheet on the front, okay, if you notice, are all solid dosage forms, such as tablets and capsules, okay? The back of your worksheet shows liquid dosage forms, such as solutions, suspensions, elixir, okay? So be very careful. Okay, RX. What do you call this RX symbol? Huh? Prescription. Remember your parts of the prescription. What do you call this symbol? Not called a prescription symbol. This means, RX means that I said that. Okay. Recipe. Okay. But what is this called? The symbol RX. This may come up on the starts with the letter X. Subscription. Your card has it. Subscription. Pharmacy tech duties. Different parts of a prescription. It's in your textbook as well. What's the RX symbol called? Okay. Let's go. Okay. Amoxil is a brand that's been discontinued. Another reminder. So if the doctor or the prescriber still wrote the brand name, what do we dispense? Generic. Okay. Even if the doctor wrote brand name, we usually dispense the generic because that's what the insurance will pay for. Unless the prescriber wrote the acronyms, the AW, which means dispense as written, which we don't like as pharmacists. We want the patients to have options. Okay. Generic is not less than a brand name. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. So Amoxil is a prescription. 500 milligrams. You say hashtag. You say pound key in the old days. 1 TID. And then calculate your days of life. Tomorrow I'll get back to you. Okay, because you should know this. What are the different parts of the prescription? These are major. Okay. This may come up on the PTCE. this symbol? What do you call this part? What do you call this part? Okay? Then you'll have the sig as well, right? This one is called superscription. What's the sig? Signatura, which in English? Instruction for use. Okay, either to the patient or to the compounder, to the pharmacist or the pharmacy technician. Okay, so instruction. And then I have here a question at the end, days of life. Okay, now this tells you the quantity, your hashtag, your pound key, okay, the quantity that you need to display. This tells you the strength of the drug, okay? And then this sig is the instructions, okay? Take one tablet, here's the problem. You may be very good in math, but if you don't know your abbreviations, you cannot calculate. So freshmen, know your abbreviations, okay? I had a student, she was really, really good in math, but then when she took the test, I was wondering why all her answers were wrong. And then she admitted, Miss L, I don't know my abbreviations. So, because you're freshmen, you probably haven't gone through all of the abbreviations. So let's review, okay, the most common ones. Seniors, help me out. QD. Every day or daily, okay? Which is one of those do not use because it can be interchanged with QID and QOD, okay? It can be lowercase, by the way, okay? So what's QD? What's QID? 4 times a day. What's QOD? Every other day. Que día, cuarter in día, what? Que otro día. They're all based in Latin. Okay, a lot of medical abbreviations, medical terminology based on Latin or Greek. Okay, we had Latin classes back in pharmacy school. I don't think we still do that. But anyway, QD, QID, QOD. But I always tell you words that will help you remember this, especially if you're a Spanish speaker. Okay, so Q, the way to remember is cuarter, quad, 4. Okay, but that's going to be IB. Okay, if it's QD, it's every day. That's why this is one of those do not use. Okay, TJC said do not use this abbreviation. They have to be spelled out. Another one. If this is QID, there's a BID. Bis in dia. Okay, by. So how many do you think that is? 2. 2 times a day. Okay, and then we have TID. 3 times a day. Trae en día, or in Spanish, tres. So 3. Okay. What's QWK? Every week. Okay. What's TIW? 3 times a week. Okay. This is just the frequency. Okay. I haven't even gone to the different parts of your body for abbreviation, right? So once we get there, like your PO stands for by mouth, but these ones are the ones that you need calculation. Okay? PO stands for per hora, by mouth. If I want to say it's in Spanish, it's por hora, okay, for the mouth. Okay, if you say AD, what part of your body is that? Remember, D is dexter. Dexter means the right side, okay? So aurum dexter, think about it as audio, right ear. What's AS? Left ear, aurum sinister. You draw a letter U, it becomes AU, so it becomes both ears. Follow? We're talking about the eyes, oculo. Oculodexter, OD is rear right eye, OS is your left eye. Draw a letter U on your face, it becomes OU, then it becomes both eyes. These are just some of the abbreviations. But I want you to see this because this is what's required in math right now. Okay? So you have your daily. On your tech duties, inventory, and other classes, you have to be able to translate your SIG in layman's term. Okay? And I talked about this during law as well, right? The format. You always have to have a verb, and you always have to have the root. further out. You notice the doctor didn't put PO, but it is an acceptable prescription. Okay? The doctor didn't write the word take. Okay, there are two words that you can add in a prescription because you cannot change anything in a prescription, but you can add two words, okay, which is the verb take and the root or the route. Okay, take 1 tablet or capsule by mouth 3 times a day. Now you don't know for how long this one will last. Let's go back to math. Your brain again. Okay, I'm just trying to review you. Okay, let's go back. Do you need the 500 in the calculation of day supply? No, it just tells you, oh my God. It just tells you, okay, the strength. That you have to grab the 500 milligram strength, not the 250 milligram strength. Is that clear? Okay. So the 500 milligram strength and the 250 milligram strength. So in this calculation for day supply, you need the total quantity, which is 30, divided by, you have to multiply everything in your sig, right? 1, it's not always 1, so it happens that it's 1, times what is TID? 3, and that will be 3. So 30, that will be your denominator, divided by 3 is 10 days. It's very simple because it's just division, right? But you have to know which numbers to pick. So this particular prescription will last 10 days. Why? Think about it. There's 30 capsules, but you have to take 3 per day. Day supply, 10 days. Is that clear? Okay. Any questions? Flip your packet. We'll do the one at the back. This time, what is it? Moxil. This one is in liquid form now. We give the patient amoxil? No, what do we give the patient? Amoxicillin. Why? Amoxil has been discontinued a long time. Okay. Sometimes doctors got used to writing the brand, but it doesn't mean the prescription is invalid. Okay. Okay. Let's calculate the day supply again. It tells you that you have to dispense amoxicillin in suspension form. So how do you know it's in suspension form? Because of this, okay? It tells you that for every 5 ml, which you're gonna try to visualize that, that's a teaspoon. For every teaspoon, there's 150 milligrams of amoxicillin in that particular drug, okay, dose. You need 150. Do you need this in the calculation for 150 milligram per 5 ml? No, it just tells you that grab that bottle that has that strength. Is that clear? Okay. What do you need in this calculation? The 150 ml. 150. All right, ml. So I divided by 1.5? No, not yet. You have to do apples to apples. Since this is ml, this has to be converted to ml first. 1.5 teaspoon to ml would be 7.5 ml. Very good. So we do 7.5 ml here. Okay. Cancel. 150 divided by 7.5. Not yet. Not yet, right? Did you see how I stopped? I figured, oh no, it's not yet done. Okay. And you should do the same. Okay. This doesn't end here because we just converted this. It's not the whole prescription yet. So what do? Multiply that by 3 and the answer would be 22.5. And that's what you plug in here on your denominator, 22.5 ml. Now let's proceed. 150 ml divided by 22.5 ml is 6.66666, right? Okay. I want you to write that down. Your answer should be whole numbers. Look here. They supply letter D. How I remember, round down. What does round down mean? Cancel all of this. So your final answer must be 6 days. It tells you that this particular prescription of amoxicillin suspension in 150 milligram per 5 ml dispense 150 ml, but this is the instruction of the doctor, will last the patient 6 days. Is that clear? Remember, all the prescriptions that you have on your worksheets are for the purposes of math, okay, calculations. So do it based off of how you're learning math. Work on your worksheets. We got one more topic. Hello.
So we have something like this, it was basically same with the 26 hours. So every 4 hours, you're going to do 6 hours. You want to give them the 4 hours.
I have a plumber scheduled. I thought it was ghetto.
Then that's so.
We have one more topic. Quantity to do this test. Total quantity. Okay, I know there are some irregular prescriptions, right? Okay. I want seniors to teach the freshmen those irregular prescriptions. What do I mean by that? That take 3 to 4 tablets, right? Every 4 to 6 hours. I wanted to cover that, but I wanted to give the seniors a chance to express themselves and teach the freshmen first how to calculate that. Okay, my tip is use the max all the time. Okay, that's what the insurance will pay for it anyway, and you don't want to short your patient. Use the max.
Okay, so
No, I stopped. Why was that?
No, because for this one, it says 12 ounces. Thank you. I just wanted to confirm that.
It'll just make it easier if you just get them both.
That's all right, but.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's all we want to do. You can't have the answer. Yeah, so instead of writing the next one, then you don't write. It'll be, you want to tell you like 32 steps, and then 1 2. So it's 2. Okay. Or I would say this. So there's 2 every day, right? Set it up. They set it up immediately. Practice 2 that. One day, that's supposed to be. Use the price. That's just like, I know there's a way to set it up. That's 1 month.
That's 1 month.
Those, all those 20, you would finish with it.
Ready?
Yeah, you would finish all of them. The next one. This one is technically only 2. So you would multiply that by 30. So it'd be 30 days.
Now you want to find out how many days.
Okay, we'll go back to this. That's just okay.
You have to count days 6.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, so that.
like I go to the
you have 10%.
So that's technically your month. But the prescription is like a month.
The two.
Less a month, so technically, if there's over the, if you have more, for the,
Given one. So if you
You can
divide that,
transfer like
you would have one.
and you almost
So
start
when
there,
you do that, you
because
end up with
that
one.
was the month.
So that's what people, something they put.
These
Oh,
are
because
one.
you're doing this.
But now you have to.
This
do
is another
math on
review and you're not
How long
having-
you supposed to follow your kids.
Yeah, and you get months. Okay.
You already have the days in there, so it's-
Oh,
and so you just convert them to days.
it'd be 60.
Yeah, somebody else said, with 30.
No, I get it now. 'Cause I was-
Ready? Diane. Hi, so this one's 30. Should be 30. It's been a while since we've done.
Oh, yeah.
But this is a basic, okay, for pharmacy. Whether you're going to retail, hospital, wherever, you're gonna do this math, okay? Though our softwares, the computer calculates it for us now, okay? You still wanna check you're doing the right thing. But if you work in specialty pharmacies, closed door settings, smaller pharmacies, you're gonna have to do this. Homework getting passed around. We are gonna go over day supply today, and I'm gonna start the quantity to be dispensed because they go hand in hand. Okay? If you notice, the prescriptions I presented to you have the total quantity to be dispensed. So hint, hint, wink, wink on the test. If you see an instruction that says calculate for day supply or quantity to be dispensed, don't come to me asking me, Ms. Elsa, day supply or quantity to be dispensed. Here's the tip. If you have the total quantity in there, you're not being asked of total. You're being asked of day supply. If you see the words for 10 days, for 5 days, for whatever it is, 30 days, you're not being asked of day supply, you're being asked of quantity. However, if you see both, that might be a trick question, right? If you see that both are available. So say, for example, I have here 1.5 TFPT ID for 6 days. How long will this prescription last? The answer is right there on the prescription. So read, okay? Understand the question, okay? And that's 99% of your test. It's checking for your comprehension. Okay? Ready? My lesson plan in my head, which I told you, stays applying quantity to business. But because I had to highlight on what happened on the quiz. Speaking of quiz, pass your quizzes, please. Not yet on our new topic. We're still on week 2. Okay. What's today? Wednesday? So we just officially started week 2. Today Wednesday? Wednesday. Yeah, so we just officially started week 2. Next Wednesday, when we start alligation. But we're gonna do the foundation first, which is percentage. I saw a lot of hundreds on this quiz. I was happy, really happy. Even freshmen. That's why when I asked freshmen, how do you like? Oh, love it, Edwin said. I wish everybody would say that.
Oh, it's 4.
Yes.
What was that? We cannot see them. 1 to 2. Okay. The back copy got cut off according to so, okay, going down 1.5. Listen, if you can't see, if your copy wasn't clear, the back copy 1.5 TSP going down, okay? 1 to 2 TSP for lower tab. 300 ml, 1 TSP for Zithromax. Megestrol would be 240 ml, 1.5 ml. You see, I'm talking about the left side. Lactulose, 1 TBSP. Theragun with codeine, that would be 1.5 TSP. Hecadan syrup would be 1 to 2 TSP. Oh, am I using a different?
See, high syrup is almost like a 2.
I have 1 to 2, 6 to 8 PRN cough. Am I using a different one? Did I use a different copy?
Oh,
I'm
you
sorry.
did.
Oh, you guys on homework? I'm on in class. I'm on in class. Okay, so you want the homework as well? But did I give you the correct one for in class? Yes. Okay, for the homework, left side, 1 TSP, 1 to 2 TSP, 1 TSP, that's 1.5 ml. I'm saying correct. 1 TBSP, 1.5 TSP, and then 2 to 3. I think I'm saying the rest. Can we start? Because now we're going to be off one topic. Okay, let's do this. Freshmen, are you done? Okay.
So both sides now.
Okay. I wanted to do Vicodin. Vicodin, 5/500 milligrams. Dispense 16. This is what I'm saying, kind of an irregular prescription. 1 to 2, Q4 to 6H PRN. What does PRN stand for? As needed, prorenata, or as needed. Okay. Look here, freshmen. This can be confusing, right? But I told you get the max. So if you are to calculate this, which one's larger, 1 or 2? 2. So I'll encircle this. Okay. Once you get to this part, every 4 to 6 hours, right? How many hours in a day? 24. So 24 divided by 4 is 6. Look here. This is going to be 6 times a day. Follow? Every 24 divided by 6 would be 4. That will be 4 times a day. What you do, you encircle the max. Okay. This can be confusing when this becomes 6 to 8 hours. You know why? Every 6 hours is 4 times a day. Every 8 hours is 3 times a day. I want you to listen to this. You focus on the number of times per day, not the one where the H is. Is that clear? Okay. So this one would be, your denominator would be what for this one? 12. Okay, because it's 2 times 6. Always pick up the max. So this will be 60 divided by 12 is 5 days. That clear? Okay, 5 days. Another one, Premarin. Another tip. Premarin. You know where Premarin came from? I would say this. Female horse, pregnant horse, okay? Pregnant mare urine, okay, Premarin. So it says here, Premarin, 0.625 milligrams, dispense 20. This is another quote unquote irregular prescription. 2 QD on days 6 to 15 of each month. I want you to look here. Okay. So give 2 every day on day 6 to 15, not every day. Only on days 6 to 15. So you can count how many days is that per month. Day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11, day 12, day 13, day 14, day 15. So this is actually equivalent to what I'm going to do here. This is equivalent to 10 days per month. Follow? Okay. So this will be 20. You following? Right here. 2 times 10 is divided by 20. But what unit was that? The answer is 1 month. What did I tell you about this? It's going to be final answer 30 days. Can you follow? Shortcut. Give you a hack. But sometimes your fingers and toes might not be enough. Okay? So this is how you do it. How you know how many days you're going to give it to the patient. Look for the larger day number, which is 15. Follow? Minus the smaller day number, minus 6. That will be what? 9. But, never forget to add 1. So it's actually 10. You follow? Finger, because I don't want to take your socks off. Okay, you ready? I can't believe we only did 1 topic today. Okay, that means we're behind. Okay, so first one we did on the board, 10 days. Vicodin, 5 days. Percocet, let's do this. Janae. 3 days, correct. Who got 3 days? Hands up. Okay. Zithromax, here comes your stat. 2 stat, then 1 QD. Okay. Tip. Okay, did you see? Zithromax, 250 milligrams, dispense 14. When you see the SIG, 2 stat, then 1 QD, just take out 1 for the day supply. Okay, but it's going to be the reverse for the quantity to be dispensed. See that, okay? So the answer is 13 days. That means immediately. So meaning for day 1, you're going to give 2, and then after day 1, day 2, and the succeeding, you're going to give 1. Okay, so the answer is 13 days. Premarin would be 30 days. Okay, let's continue. Maddie, Augmentin. 45 days, correct. Kozar, Jessica. Correct. Okay, on the right, Yasmin, 28. Give dispense 28. Chrislyn? 28 days. Correct, because it's 1 QD. Motrin. Ellie. 50 days. Methotrexate. Jalen. 60 days, because your answer should be 2 months if you calculated it using the math. Shortcut. 15 minus 10 is 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay. 60 days, correct. Endocet, Edwin.
5 days.
5 days, correct. Adderall XR, 50 days. Furosemide, Ashley. 25. Correct. There's 25 and you only have to give 1 per day, so it's 25 days. Epixor XR, Jalen. 32 days, correct. Who got everything correct on the first page? Okay, second page, back page. Amoxicillin suspension, we did it on the board. The answer is 6 days. Lortab elixir, Stasha. 2 days, correct. Do not forget to convert apples to apples first, okay? 2 days. Zithromax, you again, Stasha. 20 days, correct. Magistrol, Jessica. 40 days. Lactulose, Edwin.
I didn't get to it.
Get back to you. Phenergan with codeine, Janae. Correct. Hypodan syrup, Geneva. Correct. Amoxil 250 per 5 ml. Chrisman? 15 days. Correct. Zyrtec syrup, Ashley. No. Get back to you. So we're missing lactulose and Zyrtec Medi. Chlorhexidine. 32 days. Correct. Sessionex would be Kristen. 8 days. 8 days, correct. Tegretol suspension, back to you, Jewel. I don't have a Julia. I was thinking of Julia, because Julia scheduled a student for an interview. Jalen, oh, this is Jay. Janae, Jaylene, and then Geneva's a G, but sounds like a J, then a Jessica. Oh my gosh, okay, my J's getting practice today. And this J, okay, so Jalen. 16 days for Tegretol. Doxepin. Sasha. 36 days. Tessie organic then, Geneva. 10 days. Okay. So we're waiting on lactulose and Phenergan with codeine. Correct? What's yours?
12 days.
Which one is yours? Lactulose is 12 days. Okay. Phenergan with codeine. We're waiting on that from Ashley. Convert. If the given is in ounces, convert it to metric. Okay. All final answers for this one must be metric. ML. Oh, behind one topic. Quantity to be dispensed. Should I start at 10:30 tomorrow? I gotta ask Ms. J. I don't want to cut into her class. Okay. But if she says yes, I'll start at 10:30. Just a heads up. Okay. Okay. Ready? Phenergan with Cody. Cody. Phenergan with the one assigned to you. Oh, it was your tech?
Yeah.
Zyrtec, where are we? 56 days, correct. Who got everything right on the back page? Woohoo! We're behind, but it's how it is. Any questions? Okay, here's what I'm going to do so we're not too behind. I'm going to give you the in-class for quantity to be dispensed. You okay with that? Work on that. So tomorrow I am going to be focusing on freshmen. Okay? I'm going to be focusing on freshmen, talking to them more about the topic. Do you want both in-class and homework?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we can get caught up. Because tomorrow, my topic supposedly is quantity to be dispensed, but broken down in 3 different subtopics. Single dose, single day, then a total quantity. Look up, huh? Check if it's homework or if it's in class, okay? Any questions on this one? Day supply topic. Always final answer must be in days, okay? Remember the first one I highlighted, your dimensional analysis and ratio proportion. Do not flip-flop how to use them. Choose one and go with it, okay? And go, I'm gonna use it this one or this one. Choose one and then go with it. Any questions? No questions? Happy hump day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.